You know what it is.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. Purple and white, but you know what I mean. Double 11 senior year made history. Football, we took it to the playoffs. Collinsville, white and purple, yeah, we are the K-House. I said the K-House, the school of champions. We laugh a lot, we rap a lot. I'm at Sabia, Indian, again, I'm telling them that Collinsville is where it's at. So when we on the field of court, they better be aware of that. They scared of that, of course. Look at the ceiling. What up, Mr. Ford? Yeah, Collinsville, and yes, I'm glad to say that I'm a K-Hawk. I'm about to graduate. Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
White and purple, yeah, I know you see it. You see the chaos and you tell yourself you wanna be it. I go to CHS, so I am a champ. I ran this game so long I'm starting to get a stomach cramp. Class of 1 2, but we're number 1. Shout out to all my juniors, yeah, you know we get it done. White and purple, you already know. It's still easy peasy and that boy lay low.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
I'm by my white and purple, Scarface and DJ Screw. We on the peak of the mountain, best at what we do. Yeah, we the champs, homie, but we ain't selling shoes. These boys bleeding purple, call us the cheapin' crew. They don't gotta do it big, cause I don't play no sports. I play my cards right, now a good report. When Dub 12 comes, it's time to roll off. I'm in the back cause everybody rolling with me, K-Hawks.
Yeah, you know what it is.
Look, all the freshmen, all the fresh sophomores,
High school, champions.
yeah, they know what it is.
All around my town, everything is
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
we shut it down for the school and the sports team.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
And a very good evening to one and to all, and welcome to Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium here at Collinsville High School. Getting ready to bring you some boys basketball. What do you know about that? We have not done a home boys basketball game on the Kahok Sports Network since the Prairie Farms Holiday Basketball Classic Championship between Collinsville and Quincy. And the last Collinsville boys basketball game I did at any point was January 5th at Edwardsville, since the one the following week got moved from that Friday to that Thursday. Didn't get to do the game at Belleville East. So this is the first time we've been doing this in a while, and I'm glad to be back, I tell you that much. My name is Todd Duke, and once again, welcome everybody, and welcome into the pregame show tonight, brought to you by Chiropractic Works in Collinsville, owned and operated by Dr. Chris McCluskey. He and his crew are focused on helping as many people as possible live high-quality lives all through chiropractic care and wellness. You can visit Dr. McCluskey at Chiropractic Works in Collinsville. That location is at 410 Regency Center, just off of the Beltline Road in Collinsville. Give them a call at 618-343-3602 or online, chiropracticworkscollinsville.com. Well, the Kahawks come into this contest at 21-3 on the year. They are 5-2 in the Southwestern Conference and sit in first place under their head coach, Darren Lee, who is in his 15th year here at Collinsville and has a record of 273 wins and 170 losses. Belleville West, they are 11-11 on the year. They're 1-6 in Southwestern Conference play, and that is last place in the conference. They are coached by Alex Schobert. He is into his 5th year, and he has a record of 60 wins and 66 losses. Well, since winning that championship in their own tournament and starting the season 17-0, Collinsville has kind of fell back to earth a little bit as the Kahawks have started 2024 with a 5-3 record. Since the 48-45 overtime loss at Belleville East on January the 11th, the Kahawks rattled off 3 straight wins over Vianney, Lift for Life, and Althoff. But following that 3-game win streak, Collinsville has suffered their 3rd loss on the year and 1st home loss of the season when they fell in another overtime heartbreaker, 62-57 here against Highland on Tuesday night. The Bulldogs handed Collinsville their first non-conference loss of the season. The Kahawks had a 14-point lead at one point in the game and led by 11 at the end of the first. Highland held Collinsville to only 8 points in the 3rd quarter, but the Kahawks still led 40-37 going into the 4th quarter before Highland made up those 3 points by outscoring Collinsville 16-13. That sent the game to overtime with a 53-all tie. Highland got the better of Collinsville 9-4 in overtime to pull out that 62-57 upset victory for the Highland Bulldogs. And Highland, by the way, beat Collinsville last year as well, 46-43. So a little 2-game winning streak for the Bulldogs. Belleville West, they started the year 4-1 before losing at home to Collinsville 77-65 back on December 5th. The Maroons would beat a pretty good Granite City team 50-43 in the next game after the loss to the Kahawks, but have struggled since that win at Granite City. Belleville West, by the way, has gone 6-9 in a series of streaks. After the win at Granite City, Belleville lost their next 4 games, including a opening round loss to Mundelein Carmel in the annual Centralia Holiday Tournament, the 80th annual Centralia Holiday Tournament. 2 wins and against Chicago schools followed that before Belleville West lost to a team from Tennessee in the Consolation Championship. That loss started a 5-game losing streak for the Maroons, but Belleville West comes into tonight's game riding a 4-game win streak, including going 3-0 at the tournament in Belleville East. And during this current 4-game win streak, Belleville West has scored 65 points or more in all 4 of those. All right, time for our pregame interview, and we continue our senior interviews. And tonight's guest is the 3-point shooting extraordinaire, number 5, Jamori Weisinger. My conversation with Jamori comes your way next on the Kahawk Sports Network.
My name is Rayshawn Taylor, collegiate basketball player at SIUE. At the end of January, I had an ACL injury. I've been searching for ways to come back as best as I can after the construction. Dr. Chris introduced me to the soft wave machine. I'm gonna be honest, at first I was kind of scared because I didn't want it to shock me and hurt me too bad. And I had heard something about it and I did my research on it, and it turns out it didn't actually hurt. It just was a good pain. It's just finding where it hurts to promote the healing, and that's exactly what it did. I've actually had this surgery before. This time I feel like I'm back on my feet quicker, much faster. I'm much stronger than I was up to this point last time. And honestly, I feel like I could play right now. I'm excited to get back on the court. Thankful that Dr. Chris introduced me to this.
We love to have you come work for the city of Collinsville. We have many positions available, from seasonal jobs to full-time opportunities in many of our departments. From police and fire to Gateway Center, Parks and Recreation, and City Hall. Our employees enjoy great benefits like comprehensive medical plans, paid time off, tuition reimbursement, and more. Visit the city's website, collinsvilleil.org, to apply and learn more about working for the city of Collinsville.
Collinsville Barbecue Supply, home of Code 3 Spices, is first responder owned by proud Kahawk alums. Located at 1966 Vandalia, Collinsville Barbecue Supply is your one-of-a-kind barbecue headquarters that focuses on everything barbecue and cooking, providing the best American-made barbecue grills, in-person class instruction, smokers, rubs, sauces, accessories, and cooking expertise from professional barbecue experts, including an in-house chef and pitmaster. Code 3 Spices provides award-winning sauces and rubs that supports our nation's first responder and military organizations that focus on the fallen, suicide prevention, and PTSD awareness. Stop on by, see the guys at Collinsville Barbecue Supply for all of your cooking and grilling needs. Collinsville Barbecue Supply, home of the 4-time world champion Patriot Sauce. Learn more about their products and mission in giving back to those who serve at collinsvillebarbecue.com or call 618-855-8855. Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Jason Regg, your Benjamin F. Edwards financial advisor, understands this. That's why Jason Regg is a proud supporter of your Collinsville Kahawks and the Kahawk Sports Network, as well as the Kahawk Educator of the Month Award. For all of your investment needs, see financial advisor and investment vice president Jason Regg at the Benjamin F. Edwards office in Collinsville, located at 1008 Vandalia Street, or call Jason Regg at 618-223-5215 or visit benjaminfedwards.com. Benjamin F. Edwards, member SIPC.
The Ortho Gold TRT tissue regeneration machine is revolutionary new technology. It's known as a shockwave machine. In the hospital setting, it's lithotripsy. The machine looks sort of like an ultrasound head, but it's much different technology. It drives sound waves into tissue at 3,500 miles an hour. It's a 3 to 5 minute non-invasive treatment. This is revolutionary technology. It's great for acute, which means, injured tissue. New injuries per se, also chronic conditions. We have many people who have canceled knee replacements and shoulder replacements and treated lots of plantar fasciitis, foot, ankle problems. Overall, the OrthoGold TRT soft-wave machine is revolutionary technology. We've been very excited to bring it to our practice, and we've already helped a tremendous amount of people with it, and we're looking forward to helping a lot more.
And we welcome you back into the Chiropractic Works pregame show here on the Kahawk Sports Network. We're back at home. Have not been here since the championship game of the Prairie Farms Holiday Basketball Tournament. Matter of fact, my last game was January 5th at Edwardsville, so it's been a while. All right, we continue our senior interviews. 1 down, 2 more to go. After tonight, we'll have 1 more to go as we visit now with number 5, senior Jamori Weisinger, 3 years varsity basketball player for your Collinsville Kahawks. All right, first of all, thanks a lot for joining us. And second of all, give us a little bit of a rundown on your family, man. Mom, dad, brothers, sisters, any pets you got. Don't leave them out either.
I have my dad, stepmom, mom, 2 brothers and a sister. That's it.
No pets?
No, not at the moment.
You're like only the second one I've interviewed that didn't have any pets. All right, brothers, sisters, older, younger?
All my siblings are younger, so it goes me, my sister, and then my 2 brothers.
Any aspiring basketball players with your siblings?
They all play basketball besides the baby, but yeah, I don't know if my sister's playing next year.
All right, tell me a little bit about your basketball story. What got you involved in basketball? Who got you involved in basketball, and how old were you?
My dad got me involved in basketball. It was like 6th grade. I saw the junior Kahawks team posted it around school, so I asked him about it, and I was like, can I sign up for this? And he worked with me over the years and got me to where I am now.
So you've been a Kahawk all your life, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, I like the way that sounds. All right, I am going to spout out your stats, man. You are getting ready to play game number 78 as a varsity basketball player for Collinsville. So far, you have 868 points, so you're only 132 away from 1,000. I'm hoping you can get that by the end of the year. We'll see. 11.3 per game is your average in all that time. 162 made free throws out of 409 three-point shots. 3 points, not free throws. That's 39.6%. From the free throw line, you've taken 164, you've made 120, 73.2%, and you've got 68 steals in your career. Which one of those stats to you is your favorite and why?
I guess I had to go 3-pointers because it's pretty hard to do, I feel like, with the time given.
How do you make it look so easy, though, man? Let's take you back to that game at East St. Louis. You shoved one up from the half-court line, and you sank it, man. So tell me what's so special about you and 3-pointers.
I feel like growing up I couldn't shoot as well, so that's all I worked on. throughout my high school career, and I feel like it's done me great.
It has so far, man. So, can you give me like an NBA player that you like to equate yourself to with a three-point shot?
Um, if I had to choose one, I go Trey Young.
I'm shocked. I thought you were for sure going to say Steph Curry. All right, man. And you're only 17 points away, but right now from 400 for the season. So, congratulations on that. You were named the MVP of this year's Perry Farms Holiday Classic basketball tournament after your team captured the championship. So, tell me what went through your mind when you heard your name called.
It was like a dream come true. I've watched the Classic growing up, and it's always been like a dream of mine to win, let alone get MVP.
All right, cool. All right, we're going to move on to my category called My Favorite Things. These are your favorite things, all right? Your favorite sweet snack.
Reese's.
That's mine, too. Your favorite salty snack.
Have to go queso Ruffles.
That's not bad. All right, the three meals, breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Which one's your favorite?
Definitely dinner.
All right, so what is cooked for dinner and who does the cooking?
My stepmom does the cooking. I have to go like steak or fish with fries.
That's not bad. All right, so with the food thought in mind, steak, fish, or fries, do you have a favorite restaurant?
Not a favorite. I'm kind of like all over the place.
All right, cool. What is your favorite music genre? What kind of music you like?
I'm into like all of them, honestly.
Do you have a favorite musical artist or group you like to listen to?
Yeah, number one probably be Drake.
All right, cool. Let's talk about school for a little bit. What is your favorite class?
Favorite class will have to be leadership.
What is your least favorite class?
Probably. Probably world geography.
All right. You know, a lot of your fellow basketball players say math for some reason. I don't know. They play a game of numbers. All right. What does the future hold in store for Jamori Weisinger? Do you know yet once you graduate what you're going to do?
Definitely playing basketball in college, but I'm still undecided of where I'm going.
All right, cool. Shout out time. Who out there would you like to say hi to while I got you?
All my family and friends.
All right, cool. Let's talk about some more basketball. The season to this point, man. I know you guys won the basketball championship here on your own floor. It's been a little bit of an up and down battle since then, so tell me your overall thoughts on this year's season so far.
It's going good. It's just a few minor things we got to clean up, like turnovers, defensive rebounding, things like that. But I think we can get over this little hump that we're going through.
All right, you got Belleville West tonight. You guys beat them at their place last time. What worries you the most about Belleville West? What are they good at that worries you?
They're really good isolation players, so I feel like if we stop that, that'll stop them.
Jamori Weisinger, thank you for the visit, and good luck to you in your future, sir.
Sir, thank you.
That is Jamori Weisinger, number 5 in your program for your Collinsville Kahok boys basketball team. We'll take a break here on the Chiropractic Works pregame show. When we come back, starters and stats. That'll head your way next on the Kahok Sports Network.
My name is Rayshawn Taylor, collegiate basketball player at SIUE. At the end of January, I had an ACL injury. I've been searching for ways to come back as best as I can after the construction. Dr. Chris introduced me to the Shockwave machine. I'm gonna be honest, at first I was kind of scared because I didn't want it to shock me and hurt me too bad. And I had heard something about it and I did my research on it, and it turns out it didn't actually hurt. It just was a good pain. It just finding where it hurts to promote the healing, and that's exactly what it did. I've actually had this surgery before. This time I feel like I'm back on my feet quicker, much faster. I'm much stronger than I was up to this point last time. And honestly, I feel like I could play right now. I'm excited to get back on the court. Thankful that Dr. Chris introduced me to this.
Looking for a more upscale place to have a few drinks and some great food? Look no further than the Speakeasy Parlor in Maryville. Come inside for some one-of-a-kind crafted cocktails and some elevated bar food that highlights fresh ingredients. Then, try your luck in the private slot machine room. And don't forget to check out the Speakeasy sister company, Plan Shop Live, just 3 doors down. Plan Shop Live is a health-focused lunch cafe open Tuesday through Friday from 11 to 3. Speakeasy Parlor, 2713 North Center Street in Maryville, open 7 days a week with happy hour specials during the week from 5 to 7 p.m. Speakeasy Parlor in Maryville, 618-205-3540. All Pro Tees in Caseyville is your place for custom apparel and has been for over 20 years now. Why? All Pro Tees can handle any size project, big or small, and they specialize in large group orders. At All Pro Tees, quality is number one on their list of priorities, as is evident by their excellent service staff. Did we mention All Pro Tees has over 20 years of experience? They can even help with fundraisers and event merchandising for your group. And of course, All Pro Tees is your destination for everything Collinsville Kahawks. So for all of your apparel needs, for civic groups, sports teams, business outings, or even a family reunion, your apparel needs stop at All Pro Tees. All Pro Tees in Caseyville at 2240 South Morrison Avenue. Online at allprotees.com. Right across the street from Kahok Stadium. All Pro Tees, 618-344-2200.
Your home is where you feel happy, safe, and secure. So if you see signs of foundation problems like cracks or uneven floors, worrying is natural, and getting it fixed is crucial. Woods Basement Systems understands. We've been solving foundation worries since 1986. Woods experts have the training and equipment to make permanent repairs. So stop worrying, because with Woods, it's fixed forever. Foundation problems don't get better with time, they get better with Woods, the all things basement-y experts. Call or go to woodsbasementsystems.com today.
And once again, we welcome you back here to Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium here at Collinsville High School, getting you ready for a little boys basketball action on a Friday night as your Collinsville Kahawks get ready to take on the Belleville West Maroons. And here are your starters. We'll begin with Belleville West. Brandon Scott, the 5'11 senior. Nicholas Hankins Jr., the 6'1 sophomore. Miles Liddell, the 6'2 senior. David Marshall Jr., the 6'3 senior. And Jordan Lacey, the 6-foot senior. And the last time these two teams played, Dalen Bird was the starter instead of Lacey. So we'll see if Bird comes off the bench. For your Collinsville Kahawks, no change there in the starting five. Nick Horace, the 6'3 senior. Chase Reynolds, the 5'11 junior. Jamari Weisinger, the 6-foot senior, and our pregame guest. Stanley Carnahan, the 6'6 junior. And Zach Chambers, the 6'9 senior. Nick Horace, 1 point away from hitting 400 for the year. He has 399 points. Jamari Weisinger is very close. He only needs 17 to hit 400. Comes into tonight with 383. And Miles Liddell is the leader in points for Belleville West. Miles comes in with 311 points. The Maroons are out there in the maroon uniforms. Got a little white on the backs and the fronts. They have the word West written across the fronts of their jerseys. Collinsville, they win the opening tip-off. They're underway, and they're in the home whites, trimmed in a little purple, numbers in purple, and the word Kahawks written across the tops of their jerseys over their numbers. Here is Nick Horace out front to Weisinger. Weisinger just outside the lane, kicks it back outside to Chase Reynolds, and Reynolds with the ball over his head, being watched closely there by Scott. Now out to Nick Horace. Horace over here on this left wing for Weisinger on the near sideline. Over to Horace. Nick looking and starts to dribble, drives baseline. That's cut off there by Liddell, and back over to the wing. He'll go take a shot from just 2-point land, they say, and the rebound belongs to Stanley Carnahan. Carnahan takes it up, can't get it to go. Rebound, that'll belong to Belleville West this time, and the Maroons, with their first offensive possession, head into the front court. Here is Liddell. Liddell over to Hankins over on the right wing. Hankins backs his way up to the line and gives it up over there for Lacey. Lacey back out front once again for Marshall. Marshall swings it over in front of the Kahawk bench, and it gets into the hands of Hankins. Hankins, he gets a little trapped over there, so he hands the ball off, and we'll begin again. All the way back out front to Lacey. Over onto the right wing for Liddell. Back to the top of the key now for Scott. Scott gives the ball up for Lacey once again. Everybody's holding on to the ball a little bit here, and we've had no scoring. A 3-point shot, that misses the mark, but Belleville West handles the rebound once again until Collinsville forces a steal. Here's Chase Reynolds getting out of all kinds of trouble. Horace for three. There it is.
Let's go. Your Collinsville Kahawks featuring great ball movement early in this game. Chase Reynolds gets a steal, has a little fancy footwork with his dribbles, gets it off to Horace. Good for three.
That is Dr. Chris McCluskey joining us on the other microphone. In case you Didn't remember what his voice sounded like either. My God, it's been forever since we've been on.
Been a while, hasn't it, buddy?
know.
Glad to be back in the booth. Thanks for having me.
And with that basket by Nick Horace, he is over 400 points on the year. Another three-point shot by Belleville West, no good. Rebound, put back up and in by Brandon Scott. So Nick Horace now with 402. Jamari Weisinger needs 17 tonight to also hit 400. And I believe that Nick Horace is getting really close to 1,000 in his career.
Yeah, great dish inside the big 44. Look for Zach Chambers to have a great game tonight. He was kind of held silent. Oh, big block by Zach.
Nice block, picks it up off the glass, gives it up to Horace. Weisinger for three from the corner. That one rattles but won't fall. And the rebound belongs to Belleville West. Maroons, they bring it back up. Here is Lacey. Lacey gives it up now for Scott, then into the corner for Liddell. Back out front for Lacey, and around the horn will go to Hankins. Back out front to the top of the key for Marshall. Marshall gives it up over on the wing for Scott. Scott stops at the top of the key, gives it to Liddell for a three-point shot. That's a little bit too strong. Collinsville then pulls down the rebound. K-Hawks bring it back the other way. Here is Chase Reynolds. Reynolds deep out over on that left wing to Carnahan. Carnahan just into the perimeter, gives it up to Weisinger. Weisinger stops the ball, and it's going to be out of bounds. Weisinger tried to do a little underhand scoop backwards and try to hit it off the legs of Lacey, but it didn't work.
Yeah, he did. And what different energy you see tonight. I mean, when you get into Southwest Conference basketball, like, you know, I was here Tuesday night and everything was slow motion against Highland. But tonight we're in for some live action, Todd.
Oh, wow. They just kind of left the lane open for him and
Walk.
he traveled. Yeah. Oh, yep, sure did.
Thank goodness, because Zach Chambers bid on that ball fake.
Sure did.
But he just shoveled his feet. But Collinsville has come out with some excellent energy. They're looking good. They're looking focused. And I think everybody tuning in tonight, you have some good basketball in store for you.
I hope so. Been a while. The last basketball game I did was at Edwardsville, and we lost that game, so I'm ready for a win. Here's another three-point shot by Weisinger, but that one misses the mark, and then we get a whistle. And we're going to have our first foul handed out, and this one's going to go against Nicholas Hankins Jr.
I tell you what, you don't see boxing out very often in today's game, and Stanley Carnahan boxed him out and drew that foul.
Carnahan gets the inbound pass, gives it up to Reynolds, who gives it up to Horace. Nick to Weisinger. Weisinger tried a little over-the-shoulder pass just outside the lane to Zach Chambers, but that ball was picked up. Collinsville's first turnover of this game. And now Belleville West goes back to work off the high glass. Good for two more for Brandon Scott. So Collinsville 5, Brandon Scott 4.
Yeah, that was a good feed by Weisinger, but Marshall just had excellent defense creating that turnover for Belleville, and they get 2 points out of it.
There's another pass into the paint and off the glass. Good for two more for the big 6'9 senior Zach Chambers.
Look for Collinsville to really rely on the big senior Zach Chambers.
He got a piece of that ball. Here's Liddell, though, after the rebound. He'll kick it all the way back out front and give it up to Marshall. Marshall at the free throw line. A little over-the-shoulder, no-look pass, no good. And the rebound belongs to Collinsville. Here is Horace, comes up that far sideline. Each team wants to make a replacement at the next opportunity. Here is Chase Reynolds for three. He doesn't shoot those very often, and that one was just a little bit too long, and the rebound belonged to Belleville West. Here is a drive by Liddell, and that was partially blocked out by Carnahan, and then Chambers pulls down the rebound, so a little tag team in the paint there by a couple of K-Hawks. Here is a nice drive, and that one no good, and that's going to go off of the body of Marshall and out of bounds, so Collinsville will get to keep it. That was a nice piece of work there by Chase Reynolds, just didn't pay off.
It was great, and this is fast-paced. Lots of action here. Credit Darren Lee for subbing in two guys for our K-Hawks. You know, keeping these guys, energy levels up and keep them from getting worn out is going to be key in this game because these guys are rolling, Todd.
Tyree Brister, the 5'8 sophomore, comes into the game as well as Evan Wilkinson, the 5'10 sophomore. A turnover by Collinsville will turn into more points for Brandon Scott. He has all 6 of the Maroons' points. Here onto the wing is Wilkinson. Wilkinson just outside the lane. Chambers turns around just in front of the free throw line. Fell a little short on that one.
Yeah,
and
nobody there to clean it up.
Yep, nobody, because the guy who shot it was supposed to be there cleaning it up.
Well, Carnahan's out of the game. He's usually the guy.
Yeah. Here is Scott. Scott all the way back out at the midcourt stripe, gives it up to Liddell. Liddell will hand the ball off, almost flubbed that handoff there to Bird, and Dalen Bird comes off the bench and scores 2 points, and the Maroons have a 1-point lead all of a sudden. It's 8-7, 2:20 left to go here in this first quarter, and a foul that's going to be handed out to David Marshall now, as Zach Chambers got that pass and Then his feet hit the ground, and Marshall ran right into the back of him.
Yeah, credit Chambers for using his body. You know, we talk about Zach using that big 6'9" frame. Now Belleville West brings in a big, tall fella. Who's this?
Yeah,
34,
Bryce Newsome.
He's
6'9".
already leaning on Zach. His buddy's telling him, hey, take it easy.
Liddell's pushing him into him. Inbound pass comes into Chambers. He immediately gets triple team. Horace open for three. No good. Rolls all the way around the rim. And the rebound picked up by Brister. Brister, a little dipsy doodle, no good. And then Horace and Chambers vie for the same rebound. Neither one of them could get it. And then Belleville West brings it back up the other way. Shot no good. Weisinger with the rebound. Collinsville brings it back up. Here's Jamori. Gives it up for Wilkinson for three. That one's in.
Yes, sir. Junior Mr. Wilkinson makes good on the first, I think, three-point try for Collinsville tonight. Right?
They've tried 6 already, but they've made 2 of them. Nick Horace made
the
one.
Second one, that's right. Nicky made one, so credit Mr. Wilkinson for putting Collinsville up 10-8.
I didn't see him that much in the JV game. By the way, JVers lost 58-48, despite the fact that Collinsville had 3 double-digit scorers in that game. And a loose ball goes out of bounds.
Great defense by sophomore Tyree Brister, right?
Yeah, he's just a sophomore. He's going to be fun to watch.
Yes, he is. And senior Jamori Weisinger. That'll credit or go down as a turnover for Belleville West. So Collinsville will come this way with 1:25 left, up 10-8.
All right, here is Brister, the steel man extraordinaire. And back to Brister it goes. He'll dribble, he'll drive, he'll shoot, and he won't score.
Man.
Did everything but.
Brister's had 3 layups and just hadn't been able to connect, but Collinsville's getting to the rack tonight, and that's a good thing to see.
Yeah. All right, outside the perimeter we go. Belleville West, they trail by 2. They'll back the ball up, and that is Marshall.
Yeah, notice big Solomon Talbot in the game, giving Zach Chambers a rest, so you can see Darren Lee again, giving our guys, keeping them fresh.
Yeah. Again, the Kahawks bring it back up. Over to the corner it goes for Wilkinson, but popped out of his hands by Dalen Bird, and then Bird throws it away.
Man, this is fast action, hot potato Southwest Conference basketball. Love to see the energy out of both teams. 38.4 left. Collinsville's Brister is going to take the ball out. Here comes Chase Reynolds.
Reynolds will come in and take the place of Wilkinson. Solomon Talbot into the game as well, giving a little rest to the other big guy, 6'9" senior Zach Chambers. He will be our final senior interview, and we'll do that at some point next week.
So Belleville West really showing some physicality. Referees telling them to kind of ease up off our guys. Here comes Nicky Tony as the point man.
35 seconds left to go in a very fast-moving first quarter. Here is Horace back at the logo. Nick, he's got Marshall right in front of him, gets around him, into the paint, off the glass, good for 2. That was a nice little drive by Horace, and that gives Collinsville a 12-8 lead. We're down to the final 15 seconds left to go here in this first quarter. Here is Scott. Scott over on the near sideline, being watched closely by Brister, and Scott dips and doodles his way in, almost made it into the paint, takes an off-balance shot, no good. That one didn't hit anything, so no rebound there. And then a shot at the buzzer, and that one's no good. And that is the way that the first quarter comes to a close. 12-8 in favor of your Collinsville Kahawks. We will take a break, and quarter number 2 will head your way next, coming up on the Kahawk Sports Network.
No one likes a dirty house. It's work that almost no one wants to do. Why not get someone to do that work for you? Kara Gray with Rags to Riches Cleaning Service would love to take that task off your to-do list. Kara is a homegrown Collinsville High School graduate and the owner of Rags to Riches. From floors to ceilings, from baseboards to light fixtures, Rags to Riches can clean them all. No job is too big or too small. Call Kara Gray at Rags to Riches Cleaning Service to schedule a free estimate today at 618-979-9634 or visit Rags to Riches Cleaning Service on Facebook.
The Collinsville Area Community Foundation is our community's charitable foundation. We connect people, support programs, and guide resources to help our community thrive. Our board is made up of local leaders that donate their time and expertise to identify opportunities for long-term community impact in and around Collinsville. Find out more about scholarships, grants, and ways to give back to the city we love by visiting CollinsvilleFoundation.com.
Todd Duke, Dr. Chris McCluskey back with you from Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium here at Collinsville. 12-8 after 1 quarter of play. Collinsville has the lead. Belleville West will inbound the ball.
High-flying, fast-paced Southwest Conference basketball action. Everybody in attendance tonight. We got a good crowd here tonight, Todd.
Yeah, sure is.
Student section's full. The Collinsville side's full. Visitors section has a lot of people, and so far we've had a treat.
Yeah, the weather's cooperated. That always helps get people out of the house.
Yeah, I can't deal with 0 degrees anymore.
I'm tired of that stuff. All right, here is Lacey for Belleville West. He'll hand the ball off to Liddell, who lost the handle on it, but wasn't anyone there for Collinsville to challenge it, and that's off the glass. Partial block there by Chambers. Collinsville ends up with the rebound. Kahawks bring it back up. Here is Brister to Weisinger from long distance. That one just a little bit short, and then the ball ends up almost going out of bounds. Big, long rebound there for Belleville West, and the Maroons bring it back up. All the way outside to Marshall. Marshall gets the ball over to Lacey. Lacey, right-hand dribble, and he makes his way to the near sideline. That's where he'll give it up now for Newsom. That's Bird. Back out front, Liddell. Top of the key, 1 dribble, picks it up, and gives it up for Scott. Scott, he'll launch a 3-point shot. That one's no good. Belleville West 0 for 4 from beyond the 3-point stripe here tonight. Collinsville picks up another rebound. Here's Brister to Carnahan. Carnahan on the left wing, top of the key for Weisinger. Stops at the free throw line. Back to Brister. Brister, no look pass. Oh, outside. Horace for 3. There it is.
There it is. I was just going to say neither team shooting too well from 3, but Collinsville's picked it up.
Yeah.
Nicky Tony good for 3, and Collinsville's up 15-8 with 6:40 left in the first half.
Collinsville now 3 for 8 from beyond the 3-point stripe. Belleville West. Marshall with the ball. He'll split a couple of guys and then take it just outside the lane, and we're going to have a foul called against Collinsville.
Ooh, boy. The referee in the backcourt, I think, bailed the Maroon guard out, but it is what it is. That'll be Collinsville's first foul.
Yeah.
I like that the referees kind of put their whistle in their pockets. That Highland game, those guys called 20 fouls in the last 16 minutes of the game. Kind of slowed it down.
David Marshall Jr., 32 for 51 from the free throw line, 62.7%. And he misses the first one.
So Collinsville continuing to kind of sub in and out. We've got our starters in, minus Reynolds. We've got Tyree Brister in, and boy, he makes things happen.
Yes, he does. Next one, good. And that makes it 15-9. 6:25 left to play here in quarter number 2. Here is Brister. Brister brings the ball up to the top of the key. Gives it up on the wing for Weisinger. Weisinger drives baseline. Good fingertip roll.
Man, great set play by Collinsville. Weisinger pops out, drives to the hoop. Good for 2.
Belleville West will go back to work. Here is Hankins. Top of the key. Bird for 3. And they are still falling short on the 3-point shots are the Maroons. Collinsville gets the rebound. And Horace off the glass. Can't get it to go. And the rebound belongs to Liddell this time.
Yeah, a lot of body contact there, but no foul. Now they're going to call a foul on the other end.
Yeah.
So Nicky
could have went against Liddell, but it's not.
Nicky does not get the bonus. I thought he was going to make good on that, but he was just a little short. So Maroons get fouled. They get the ball out on the baseline.
Inbound pass coming in from Hankins to Liddell. Offset free throw line. Tries to make his move. Gives it back to Hankins. Little 8-foot jumper. That's good. And Hankins is on the board for the first time. 17-11. Collinsville up by 6. Here is Tyree Brister. Brister brings the ball up to the top of the key as we approach 5.5 minutes left to play here in this first half. Brister looks around. Gives it up into the corner for Weisinger. Weisinger back out to Brister. Brister dribbles with that right hand over to the left and gives it up now for Nick Horace. Horace, pass, paint. Carnahan, nice feed from Chambers, and Carnahan banks it off the glass for his first 2 points.
Yes, sir. Chambers gets double team. A little dish in the paint to Carnahan. Good for 2. Here comes Belleville.
Marshall out on the right wing. Back to the top of the key for Bird, over to Liddell. Liddell puts it into the corner for Hankins. Hankins in front of the Kahawk bench trying to get around Brister. And that one, I don't even know how that one made it in since Chambers was up there. And
credit that young man for pushing that ball into the bucket.
Yeah.
Brings Belleville to within 6. Here comes Collinsville.
Here is Brister. That's a little bit of a
lot of
push
hand
from behind.
checking. Yeah.
And now we're going to
finally
Hankins will get his second foul. And with 4:37 left, Collinsville will inbound it as Chase Reynolds comes back in. Brister will go to the bench. And Brandon Scott comes back in for Belleville West. He'll take the place of Nicholas Hankins with his 2 fouls.
Yeah, Nicky Tony, trigger man, here from the baseline. See what Collinsville has in store.
Weisinger, nice little stop and go over to Reynolds. Reynolds directing traffic, gives it up to Horace. Carnahan, offset free throw line, no good. And the rebound belongs to Belleville West. West right now out rebounding Collinsville 11-9. Here's Liddell. Liddell out on the right wing. 4:15 to go, top of the key, 3-point shot. That one no good, and that one hits the guide wire. So
that was deep.
That's going to be a turnover and another missed 3-pointer. Belleville West now 0 for 6. Evan Wilkinson will come back in. He'll take the place of Stanley Carnahan.
Well, I love the way Coach Darren Lee's subbing our guys in and out. That's not something you normally see, but I love keeping our guys fresh. This is a fast-paced game. Collinsville up 19-13. Here comes Weisinger.
Yeah, the game at Belleville West. Collinsville only used 6 players that whole game. And you can guess which one. Brister came off the bench. Everybody else was the original 5 starters. 3-point shot from the corner by Wilkinson misses. Rebound belongs to the Maroons. Here is Liddell. Liddell will hand the ball off and do so to Lacey. Lacey gives it up now for Scott. Scott will slow things down all the way over here on the near sideline, near the half-court stripe. And at the free throw line, gives it up to Liddell. Liddell, and Chambers is going to get called for a foul. He just bumped right into him.
Yeah, I'm actually not mad at that. Liddell had a great move.
Yeah.
And we get the benefit of the foul on the floor. Liddell, little brother of E.J. Liddell.
Yep.
One of our Cairo Works powered athletes, plays for the Pelicans in the NBA, so Liddell comes from good bloodline.
Yep, back-to-back state champs for Belleville West under Joe Munoz, who is in the house tonight.
So Belleville good for 2 from the paint, brings their cuts Collinsville's lead to 4.
Here's Wilkinson in front of the Maroons bench. Gives it up into the corner now for Horace. Horace getting double teamed. Somebody's open. That would be Chase Reynolds. Reynolds out on the right wing, over to the left wing for Wilkinson. He directs traffic and then tries to force a pass. And luckily for, well, I was going to say luckily for Collinsville, Weisinger saved that one, but apparently he came down and a partial foot hit that purple line, and that's the 3rd turnover for Collinsville.
Turnover bug, not terrible, but has proven a little untimely for Collinsville. So here comes Belleville with a chance to cut the lead.
Scott to Liddell. Liddell for a 3-pointer. That one's good. First 3-pointer made tonight for Belleville West, and it belongs to Liddell. And believe it or not, that's
a big
Liddell's
bucket.
That's Liddell's first points of the night. 1-point game.
That's a big bucket by Liddell. We got a whole new ball game, Todd.
Here is Reynolds. Reynolds dribbles his way out of the corner at the free throw line. Throws it into the other corner. Here is Nick Horace for 3. Yes!
Yes, sir. I was just going to say, look for Collinsville to go back downtown to Chambers, but Nicky Tony hits a big 3 to match Liddell's.
Outside we go once again. Here is Lacey. Lacey gives it up. Another 3-point try by Belleville West. No good, and he stepped out of bounds. Oh, he traveled.
Traveled, yeah.
Yep.
Man, that's good for Collinsville because offensive rebound, he had a man in the paint that was going to be good for a layup. That's going to go down as a turnover against Belleville West. Wilkinson's going to take the ball out to Mr. Chase Reynolds, and Belleville happy to settle for half-court defense. No full-court pressure out of Belleville.
2:10 left to go here in this first half. Got the Woods Basement Systems halftime show coming up. Weisinger traveled all the way underneath the basket via the baseline. And now out to Chase Reynolds. Reynolds in the slot. He's directing traffic. Under 2 minutes to go. Here's Wilkinson. Wilkinson to Chambers just outside the paint. Chambers muscles his way in off the high glass. Good for 2.
Man, great step through by big Zach Chambers. He's playing well tonight, Todd.
Yeah, he sure is. Here is Bird. Bird, I thought he was going to hand the ball off, but he didn't do anything I thought he was going to do. Daraje Cross into the game for the first time for Belleville West. Nice couple of moves by Scott. Liddell for 3 more. Too strong. And Collinsville. Oh, man, I thought they were just going to give up that rebound. Everybody kind of peeled away. Weisinger for 3. He can't hit it.
Not even close. Went off the back side of the backboard. So, minute 15 left. Here comes Belleville.
Here as Liddell. Liddell into the paint. Lost the ball. Collinsville found it. Here comes Weisinger. He'll dump it off. No look pass for Horace. Good for 2.
And great 3-on-2 out of Collinsville. Jamori Weisinger gives the old dipsy-do, dips it off to Horace. Good for 2.
30-second timeout is what's been called. We'll go away for that long as well. Back in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network.
Pack Mail of Collinsville, locally owned and operated by Ryan Combs. Pack Mail can ship anything, anywhere. They treat you like a neighbor because, well, you are a neighbor. Pack Mail offers shipping materials and containers, private mailboxes, as well as climate-controlled self-storage. Visit Pack Mail at 407 Beltline Road in Collinsville. Online, WeShipSt.Louis.com or call Pack Mail at 346-4884.
Todd Duke, Dr. Chris McCluskey back with you from Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. Nice crowd on hand tonight. 1:02 left to play here in this first half. Collinsville, who saw their lead shrink down to 1 point just a little while ago, has now opened up an 8-point lead as we have under 1 minute to go here in this first half.
Yeah, lots of action here, back and forth, and Collinsville's, man, they did a great job with 2 minutes left in the half. Looks like Belleville's going to hold the ball for the last shot because they don't want they're just going to stop the bleeding at this point.
Yeah, I guess so. Boy, there's been a lot of complaining about holding on to the ball this year, that's for sure. Until they get that shot clock implemented, you're still going to see it. So I don't know if it's coming next year. It needs to.
I laugh. I say we complain about it when it's the other team, but we do the same thing.
Here's Liddell. We are down to 20 seconds left to go here in this second quarter. Liddell stands there with the ball. Schobert giving some directions. Liddell looks over his right shoulder. Here's what he wants to hear, sees what he wants to see, goes back to work. 10 seconds. They give the ball up to Scott. Scott all the way back out at the near sideline, trying to make his move. Almost lost the ball as well. Thought he might have traveled there and got away with it. And at the buzzer, no good. And Collinsville will head to the half, leading 26-18. And Collinsville, after leading 12-8, only gave up 10 points to Belleville West in that first half. So time now for the halftime show, brought to you by Woods Basement Systems. All things basementy. Woods Basement Systems, working to keep homes dry in the metro area since 1986. You can give them a call. Their office is located in Collinsville, and that number is 618-708-4055. We will take a break, and when we come back, we'll throw some halftime stats at you and any out-of-town scores we might be able to find. We'll do that all in just a moment. So Woods Basement Systems halftime show on the Kahok Sports Network.
Keep your ride shiny and clean with Extreme Details Vehicle Detailing in Collinsville. Owner Jay Merkel and his crew at Extreme Details believe in the value of community and in helping their community hold the value of their vehicles with a sharp-looking, clean ride that you and your community can be proud of. Extreme Details can handle any job, whether you drive a small car, an SUV, or even a bus or RV. No job is too big or too small at Extreme Details. Extreme Details offers scratch and oxidation removal, no matter what you drive: cars, trucks, motorcycles, boats, and more. Plus, Extreme Details can handle fleet vehicles for you and your company. Call Jay and the gang at Extreme Details at 618-977-1224. Check for periodic specials on the Extreme Details Facebook page. Put the shine in your ride with Extreme Details, 618-977-1224. Are you in need of a new mailbox to go with your new home? How about a new mailbox to replace your old one? Look no further than Big Dick's Brick Mailboxes in Collinsville. From economy to custom, Big Dick's Brick Mailboxes can create a mailbox that suits your needs. Big Dick's Brick Mailboxes is licensed and insured. They use only high-quality materials and offer a satisfaction guarantee policy. Big Dick's Brick Mailboxes can also make your very own axe throwing set, hanging or standing. Whether you need that axe throwing set or a new mailbox, you need Big Dick's Brick Mailboxes in Collinsville. For more information, get a hold of Big Dick's Brick Mailboxes at 618-680-0208 or online at needanewmailbox.com. Looking for a great place to watch the game with your crew? Look no further than the Lucky Fox Sports Bar in Uptown Collinsville. The Lucky Fox shows Collinsville Kahawk sports on the big screen, plus UFC fights, boxing, Cardinals and Blues, and all of the NFL games with the NFL ticket and enough TVs, you'll be sure to find the game you want. And the food? How about Taco Tuesdays, Wing Wednesdays, plus burgers and sandwiches, pizza, steak, and more, including great drink specials and the coldest beer in town. Plus, they have an in-house DJ on Friday and Saturday nights. Dine in and catch a game or order carry-out with the Lucky Fox. The Lucky Fox Sports Bar, 118 East Main Street in Uptown Collinsville. Open daily at 11 a.m. Check out the Lucky Fox Facebook page for daily specials. The Lucky Fox, 618-223-1948. Schaefer Excavating and Demolition in Pontoon Beach provides complete commercial, industrial, and residential demolition and excavating services. Schaefer Excavating and Demolition is family-owned and operated by former Kahawks since 1980 and have over 4 decades serving the Metro East. Schaefer Excavating and Demolition is your choice for quality and experienced work at a reasonable price. Schaefer's does jobs of any size, whether digging for water and sewer lines, site preparation, or building demolition. Schaefer's can do it all. Schaefer's Excavating and Demolition also sells backfill, topsoil, loam, and other materials. Licensed, bonded, and insured, from earth moving and land clearing to building and demolition and road construction to septic and sewer system work. Call the experienced crew at Schaefer Excavating and Demolition, 618-931-6237.
Looking for good food, good times, and good people? Look no further than the Bridge Inn in Caseyville. Just over the bridge from the Kahok Stadium, Bridge Inn features a friendly and courteous staff that serves up the coldest drinks and the best food in the Metro East. Lunch and dinner is available daily with a breakfast menu every Saturdays and Sunday morning. And don't forget about fantastic fish fry Fridays. Bridge Inn also features pool tournaments on most weekends and a gaming area for the over 21 crowd. Bridge Inn in Caseyville. Check them out at 519 North Main Street in Caseyville. Call for carry-out orders at 618-344-3530. The best is yet to come at the Bridge Inn in Caseyville. 618-344-3530.
And we welcome you back into the Woods Basement Systems halftime show here at Collinsville. Halftime here, 26-18 in favor of your Kahawks. Let's begin with a little out-of-town scoreboard action. Elsewhere, you have Freeburg over East Alton-Wood River by a score of 19-11 at the end of the first. O'Fallon over Edwardsville by 1 point right now, 14-13. East St. Louis, 1 point lead as well over Alton at the end of one quarter of play, 16-15. Belleville East over Granite City, 10-6. That's also at the end of one. A couple of halftime scores for you. Breeze Central over Roxana, 26-12, and Chester over Oakville by a score of 24-19. Here in this one, leading scorer is Nick Horace. He has 13 points. He is the only player in double digits to this point. After that, Zach Chambers has 6, Evan Wilkinson has 3, and Jamori Weisinger and Stanley Carnahan each have 2. Leading player for Belleville West is Brandon Scott with 8. Nicholas Hankins Jr. has 4. Miles Liddell with 3. Dalen Bird with 2. And David Marshall Jr. with 1. The rest of the numbers look like this. Belleville West out-rebounding Collinsville right now, 13-10. West, though, has 7 turnovers compared to 3 for Collinsville. Kahawks are 4 of 11 from beyond the three-point stripe and did not go to the free throw line in that first half. Belleville West, 1 of 9 from beyond the three-point stripe and 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Collinsville led 12-8 after one quarter of play. They outscored the Maroons in that second quarter 14-8, so they took the 4-point first quarter lead and doubled it to an 8-point lead at the end of one half of play. JV won 58-48, lost 58-48. Let me get that out right. Jace Wilkinson was the leading scorer for Collinsville in that one. Kahawks had 3 guys in double digits. Wilkinson with 14, DeAndre Brown with 13, and Solomon Talbot with 11. That is a look at your Woods Basement Systems halftime show. Again, if you have water in your house, well, you don't want water in your house, so you need to give my friends at Woods Basement Systems a call. That number again, 618-708-4055. Second half action comes your way next on the Kahawk Sports Network.
Square and Cold Herald, two great additions to the Collinsville landscape. Next to the Old Herald Brewery and Distillery, Herald Square is a new outdoor multi-use event space in Collinsville. Concerts, fun and games, farmer markets, and so much more. Herald Square, a great space for Collinsville's future. And, just off the square's turf, Cold Herald, old-fashioned scooped ice cream gelato, house-made recipes, and premium-sourced product. If you're over 21, ask about the good stuff at Cold Herald. Watch Collinsville grow. Herald Square and Cold Herald, two great new additions, only in Collinsville, Illinois.
Got vinyl? Rich's Record Emporium in Uptown Collinsville can take care of all of your vinyl needs and more. You can peruse through thousands of records, from country to hard-to-find jazz, and classic rock is always in stock at Rich's Record Emporium. Used vinyl, new vinyl, and hard-to-find vinyl. Don't forget to check out the audio room at Rich's, where you can check out the latest in audio gear, from new top-of-the-line speakers to turntables and receivers, plus all of the accessories. Rich's has t-shirts, record cleaners, turntable needles, wall art, and so much more. If you can't find what you're looking for at Rich's, they will do their best to find it for you. Don't forget to mention seeing this ad on the Kahok Sports Network for a 10% discount at checkout. Rich's Record Emporium, 131 West Main Street in Collinsville, or call 618-795-1333 or online at richesrecordemporium.com. Mike's Automotive in Collinsville is a T3 certified tire dealer and so much more. Sure, Mike's Automotive has tires. They can also help with making sure your entire vehicle is road ready, from belts and hoses to preventative maintenance like oil changes and tire rotation. Plus a lot more than that. Mike's Automotive has 3 locations to choose from. Mike's Automotive in St. Louis and Millstadt, and Mike's Automotive in Collinsville at 1150 St. Louis Road, just blocks from the high school. Or call Mike's Automotive at 618-345-0611. Mike's Automotive in Collinsville. First National Bank of Waterloo, with over 100 years serving the Metro East. Visit First National Bank of Waterloo at their Maryville or Collinsville locations for all of your banking, mortgage, and lending needs. Why? Super low closing costs, low construction loan rates, and they do so much to support our local communities. When you need a loan, call the Collinsville team at First National Bank of Waterloo at 618-345-1121 or visit their Maryville or Collinsville locations or online at fnbwaterloo.bank. First National Bank of Waterloo, member FDIC, an equal housing lender. Lakeside Roofing in Collinsville. Let the professionals at Lakeside Roofing protect your most important investment, your home or business. Have the elements taken a toll on your roof system? Notice a leaking roof? Maybe it's time for a free roof inspection. Regular maintenance can extend the life of your roofing system by 10 years or more. Lakeside Roofing is your winning team for commercial and residential roofing systems. Lakeside All-Star professionals have installed, repaired, and maintained hundreds of roofs on both sides of the river. Call Lakeside Roofing today at 618-344-2800 in Collinsville or 314-241-5253 or online at lakesideroofing.com. Choose experience, choose Lakeside. Looking for a new place to catch the game with a cold drink and some great food? Look no further than 1101 Bar and Grill in Caseyville. 1101 Bar and Grill features pizza, burgers, wraps, and salads, plus 7 large screen TVs to catch the latest Kahok games and all of the pro sports across the spectrum, and all the college football and basketball you can handle. 1101 Bar and Grill in Caseyville, 1101 Caseyville Road, right across the street from Kahok Stadium. Call 1101 Bar and Grill for carryout orders at 618-223-1332. Todd Duke here, proud member of the Collinsville Educational Assistance Association. Whether you call us teachers' aides, paraprofessionals, or educational assistants, it all comes down to one thing: taking care of students. More importantly, your student. Yes, we are there for the teachers, and we help them in any way possible. But our goals are in line with our teachers, in that we want to see our students succeed at not only being a student, but well beyond that as we ready them for the world outside of the classroom. We are Union Strong. We are Kahok Strong. We strive to help students reach their potential. We are the Collinsville Educational Assistance Association. Go Kahawks!
Chapman Trucking, LLC. Chapman Trucking is a local Collinsville business owned and operated by 1994 Collinsville graduate Christy Chapman. With over 10 years of experience, Chapman Trucking LLC can take care of all of the heavy lifting when it comes to hauling aggregate materials such as sand, driveway rock, dirt, boulders, and more. That includes getting your heavy work equipment to your work site where it needs to be. Give Christy a call for a free estimate at Chapman Trucking LLC, 618-960-9346, or online at chapmantruckingllc.net.
Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville produces their own spirits and beer on site right at the restaurant. Pair that with some of the most unique menu items around the entire metro area, and you can see why they are such a hit. They can handle you and your family, or they can handle you and your group. Throw in the occasional live entertainment, and you can see why Old Herald Brewery and Distillery is a must-stop destination in Collinsville. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery, 115 East Clay Street in Collinsville, 618-855-8027, or online at oldheraldbrewing.com.
Once again, we welcome you back to Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium here at Collinsville High School. Hey, a very big congratulations to Taylor Dawson, the Lady Kahok female wrestling team. She won a match tonight, and that's win number 100 for her in her career. And they just recognized Coach Daryl Frecker, as this is his last season as the one of the PE teachers and the head coach for the track and field and cross country teams. He is retiring at the end of this year. He started that job in 2005. So congratulations to Coach Frecker on a stellar career, and congratulations to Taylor Dawson on win number 100 tonight. Everything falling in place.
Absolutely. Both those two making Kahok Nation proud.
They are. All right, Collinsville has a 26-18 lead as we begin quarter number 3. Pass into Zach Chambers just outside the lane. Turns around into the paint, takes the shot. Can't get it to go, and the rebound belongs to Belleville West. Maroons, they bring it back up, skirted up that far sideline. That is Brandon Scott. Scott makes his way to the top of the key, an underhand pass to Liddell. Liddell gives the ball up now to Marshall. Marshall, a little fade away, can't get it to go. Zach Chambers uses all that strength and length and pulls down a rebound. Belleville West knocks it out of bounds. Collinsville will get to keep it.
Yeah, big rebound by Chambers. He tried the outlet pass to Wilkinson, and credit the Maroons guards for getting after it, but they knocked it out of bounds. Here comes Chase Reynolds and your Kahawks.
So Wilkinson gets the second half start instead of Carnahan. And here is Reynolds out to the top of the key for Horace for 3. Yes!
Yes, sir. Nicky Tony's feeling. He flexes his muscles as he walks down the court. Collinsville up 29-18.
16 points on the night so far for Horace. He had 34 in the win at Belleville West back in December. So he's close to halfway there.
It's because I brought his replica jersey that I bought the other night.
Liddell for 3. That one swims right across the rim.
Oh,
and
that's got to be a foul.
Then Horace as well as Marshall hit the ground.
Well, Horace had inside position, so it's got to be on Marshall.
Nope, they're going to call it on Horace.
Oh, man. They were both
first in this half. That's 2 now for Nick.
They were both tied up, but Horace had inside position. I'm really surprised. I guess Nicky got the foul because he muscled Marshall to the ground, so I guess you'll take that one, right?
Marshall will go out. He's a little bit banged up, and in his place will be Dalen Bird. Just underway here in quarter number 3, 6:37 left to go. Inbound pass comes in for the Maroons, and Liddell hands it off, and around the horn we'll go with it. Over to Bird, gets it back over to Scott. Scott back over to Hankins. Hankins top of the key now for Lacey. Lacey thought about dribbling and driving. Wilkinson, nice job cutting off that lane. And then Chase Reynolds stands right in front of Scott, as Scott was thinking about the same thing, and that one partially blocked. I don't know, did that hit anything? Is that a rebound or a turnover?
West is now spreading the floor out, and they're going to try the dribble drive or dribble drive and dish.
There you go.
And we're just going to go right back to Chambers inside. Belleville East has to take a timeout.
Yeah, they want to call a quick timeout and see if they can settle things down. It's going to be a 60-second timeout. So we'll be back in 60 seconds as well, right here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Lottie's Cafe, Collinsville's hidden gem. Lottie's Cafe offers food, cocktails, and gaming in a great atmosphere highlighted by fast and friendly service. Lottie's Cafe also offers a unique menu that features soups and salads, sandwiches and paninis, pizza and flatbreads, appetizers and desserts, as well as breakfast. That's right, We said breakfast. Unique breakfast items such as a breakfast stromboli, a breakfast BLT, and breakfast burritos. Lottie's also offers creative cocktails, a wine bar, the coldest beer around, and a video gaming area for those 21 and older. And don't forget the Lottie's Cafe gift certificates. Lottie's Cafe, Collinsville's hidden gem. Check them out online at lottiescafe.com, on Facebook, or in person in the Strip next to the Walmart Neighborhood Market. Or call Lottie's Cafe at 618-223-8256. Lottie's Cafe, Collinsville's hidden gem.
Once again, we welcome you back here to Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. My name is Todd Duke. Dr. Chris McCluskey on the other microphone. 6:07 to play. Quarter number 3. Collinsville leading 31-18. Belleville West looking for their first points here, and we're almost 2 minutes into this third quarter.
Yeah, it's a fast-paced game, and I'm, again, glad to be back in the booth with you. I feel like I need to send you a postcard
I know,
last
man.
week.
Feels like we just starting the season over again. It's October or November or whatever it is. Here is Lacey. Lacey out to the top of the key for Scott. Hands it back over to Lacey. Lacey dribbles away from that wing and gives it back up to Scott. Scott, he'll try to drive into the paint. Wilkinson blocks it off.
Boy,
and then he ran into Chambers. Another three-point try by Belleville West misses the mark, and they get their own rebound eventually. And kick it back outside. Try it all over again. Scott, that one falls short on the three-point shot. This time the rebound belongs to Collinsville. Jayhawks bring it back up. And a nice little pass. Well, I guess not so nice anymore. Collinsville will turn the ball over for the fourth time. Here's Liddell off the glass, good for 2. That's the first points for Belleville West here in this third quarter, and it comes with 5:15 to play.
Smart veteran play by Horace. He was hung out to dry, and he was not going to get his next foul. So you give up the 2 points and reset. Another turnover.
Back-to-back turnovers on back-to-back possessions here by Collinsville. They'll kick it outside. Three-point try again, and that one is good for Brandon Scott. And all of a sudden, it's 31-23.
Yeah, one more possession, and if Collinsville doesn't score here, maybe get a timeout.
Into Chambers. He's in the perimeter. Oh, that knocked over, and now we're going to have a blocking foul. That was a late call,
That
man.
was strange, man.
Yeah.
I thought they were going to get Chambers with
Me
a
too.
charge.
I did too, and Bird hit the ground, and 5 seconds went by before he blew his whistle?
He fell down, then Chambers tripped over him, so they called a block on Bird, but whatever it is, we'll take it. Collinsville gets the ball on the baseline. Collinsville needs a bucket here.
Yeah, they do.
Referee's upset with Belleville West coach. He's out on the floor. He issues a warning.
He's on the floor. He's off the purple paint. You got to have your feet on the purple paint. Here's Brister with the inbound. Does so to Chambers. Chambers. Yeah, almost got that ball picked off. Turns around off the glass. Can't get it to go. Nice rebound by, was that Brister that went up there and got that ball? Or
No, that's Carnahan, man. Carnahan is the master at the backside rebound. He couldn't get the board, so he kicks it out to.
He volleyed it. He spiked
He volleyed it to Nicky Tony. Sure-handed Nicky Tony gets the ball, and he attracts a foul.
Horace inbounds to Chambers, gives it right back to Horace. Horace from the free throw line. Nice little move to get out of everybody's way, and he uses the rim and the glass to make it for 2.
Nicky Tony with a patented high post step through. Good for 2. Here comes Belleville.
Collinsville now up by 10 at the free throw line. A little dribble, little drive, and a little fingertip roll for Hankins. And back to an 8-point lead for Collinsville. Here is Weisinger, who's been mysteriously quiet. 2 points tonight so far for Jamori.
Where they're ball guarding him. They're denying Weisinger the ball, and for good reason. Here comes Tony.
Horace for 3. Oh, that one won't go. Went in, and then swooped all the way around, came back out.
Rattled in and out. That's right. Great shot, though.
Here's Liddell. He'll drive all the way down, and he'll.
Timeout.
Timeout,
Darren. Timeout. Yeah, Belleville East on a run here. Here comes Collinsville. Darren Lee going to let him play. Oh, he doubled it. Now you got to get a timeout. Come on, here it is.
30-second timeout called by the Kahawks. We'll step aside for that long as well. And we'll be back here in just a moment on the Kahawk Sports Network.
Looking to buy a new home or sell your current home? Trust the Blaylock Group of eXp Realty with all of your real estate needs. The real estate market is hot right now, and you can trust the years of experience the Blaylock Group brings to the table. The Blaylock Group can help you find your dream home, or they can help you get top dollar for your current home. Give Peyton or Emily Blaylock a call today
at the Blaylock Group of eXp Realty. 618-780-4622. That's 618-780-4622. The Blaylock Group of eXp Realty.
Once again, welcome back to Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. 3:38 to play, quarter number 3, 33-27 in favor of Collinsville. Kahawks were up by 10 points just a little while ago. Now it's down to 6. Collinsville, after only 3 turnovers in the first half, have already committed 4 here in this third quarter, and they did 3 of the last 4 possessions. They have turned the ball over. Rebound belongs to Collinsville. Kahawks bring it back up. Carnahan, a little reverse layup, good for 2.
Man, great bucket by Carnahan. Here comes Belleville, not wasting any time.
Nope, not at all. Here is Hankins at the free throw line, gives it up to Scott. Scott stays outside the perimeter, gives it back to Hankins. Hankins all the way back to the midcourt stripe for Cross, and then gives it up for Scott. Scott and he will just trade places on the floor. And then in front of his own bench, it goes to Bird. Back outside for Liddell. Liddell out front for Bird again. Bird at the free throw line takes an off-balance shot, and it's good. And so is the foul, and I believe that one's going to go against Nick Horace.
Oh, boy, you hate to see that. Credit.
Yeah, they called it on Jamori Weisinger, actually.
Credit Dalen Bird for going up strong, knocking down a bucket from 18 feet.
64.9% on the year from the free throw line for Bird. And he makes good on the three-point play, the old traditional three-point play, and now all of a sudden it's a 5-point game. That 10-point lead has been cut in half.
And a full-court press by Belleville West. We'll see how Collinsville handles that.
There is Horace. He races up the near sideline, behind the back dribble, at the free throw line, kicks it out for Brister. Top of the key, Weisinger, he said, why not, let me go for 3. Just a little bit too strong, otherwise it was online. Collinsville gets the rebound after a long battle for it, and they'll keep the ball after Belleville West knocks it out of bounds.
Yeah, credit Tyree Brister getting that basketball, and he tried to dish it to Chambers, which would have gone for a layup. But again, credit Belleville. They're really fast-paced. They get their hands moving and not giving up any easy passes from Collinsville.
Belleville West comes in on a 3-game winning streak, and there you go. Jamari Weisinger has broken the seal on the three-point shot.
You got to love a shooter. If they miss, they just keep shooting because they're going to make it. So that's a big bucket to put Collinsville up 8.
2:20 left to play here in this third quarter. 38-30 our score. Collinsville with the lead. Scott with the ball. Out to Liddell. He'll try to match the 3. A little bit too strong. Carnahan pulls down the rebound for the Kahawks. Then it's stolen by Scott. And then a foul by Brister.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Nicky didn't even know that he was there. He went to dribble the ball and got his pocket picked. You can't, again, that's Belleville having quick hands. They're not giving up any easy possessions from Collinsville. So Collinsville out, their offense is outpacing Belleville, but Belleville's keeping the energy up.
2 shots coming for Scott. Misses the first one. He comes in at 79.3 from the free throw line, so that's a pretty good percentage.
I'd say that's got to be tops in the area, maybe the state.
Yeah, and he'll miss both of them, so how about that? And a foul will be called afterwards, or was that a lane violation?
No, credit Stanley Carnahan for boxing out. Stanley Carnahan's having a great game tonight, y'all. He is playing outstanding, high-energy basketball.
Nicholas Hankins with his 3rd foul, and that one's knocked out of bounds, intended for Weisinger, but Scott got there first and shoved the ball out of bounds.
Yeah, Belleville West, they are denying the basketball again. So we're going to have to make a little bit more concerted effort on the passes.
They're going to trade out Carnahan for Chase Reynolds. He'll come in and trigger the inbound pass.
Carnahan tried twice.
Yeah. Coach is like, get him out of there.
That's all right. He's not your trigger man anyway. He's your rebound man.
All right, now we got a clean inbound pass. Goes to Weisinger. Under 2 minutes to go here in this third quarter. Here's Jamori. A little shovel pass over to Reynolds. And Reynolds kind of caught on that left wing. And a nice little move off the glass. Good for 2 for Mr. Chambers.
Yes, sir. Feed the beast. Big mismatch. 6'9" against 6'2". Chambers makes good on it.
No room for Liddell to move past Chambers, so Scott will try a 3, and he'll hit it. His second one this half.
And big bucket by Scott. Just when Collinsville gets out to a lead, he hits a big 3. Here comes Reynolds and Collinsville.
Reynolds with a lot of speed. Brings it up, puts on the brakes. Down to 80 seconds left to go here in this third quarter. And pass into the corner. Nick Horst for three. That one's a little too short. And the rebound belongs to Bird.
Council better get back.
The Maroons and
no way!
That was not a foul.
Terrible shot. Ball gets blocked. Referee bails out. Brandon Scott, I'm sure he'll take it.
Yeah.
Weisinger knows we're going to need a timeout.
Second. He wants a 30-second timeout, says Coach Lee. So we'll step aside for 30 seconds as well, and we'll be back here in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network.
Collinsville High School alumni Stacy Lauenstein, CHS class of 91, Lisa Bassetto, Sarah Sulke, and Tracy Limp, CHS class of 94, Tony Geisen, CHS class of 96, and Kevin Robinson, CHS class of 99, want to wish all of our Kahawks a great year. We look forward to cheering you on and supporting you. Work hard on the court and the field, as well as in the classroom. Remember, once a Kahawk, always a Kahawk. Hashtag Kahawk Family.
Todd Duke, Dr. Chris McCluskey back with you from Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. 1:08 left to play here in this third quarter, 40-33. 7-point lead belongs to Collinsville. They've been up by as much as 10 a couple of times. Went back up by 10 just a little while ago, and now the Kahawks up by 7 after that big three-pointer by Brandon Scott, and Scott's at the free throw line.
Yeah, Collinsville doing a good job of going inside to Big Zach Chambers. Had a three by Nick Horst, but Belleville West Maroons showing no quit, Todd. They're denying the ball. They're running the floor, so they're going to make Collinsville earn this one.
Hey, they played Collinsville pretty tough at their place, too, earlier in the year as well.
Southwest Conference basketball is no joke.
After going 0 for 2 on his first time up, Brandon Scott hits both free throws this time, and once again, we're back to a 5-point game.
Yeah, more full court pressure by Belleville.
Weisinger gets the ball, gives it back up to where it came from. That would be Chase Reynolds. Reynolds in front of the scorer's table, under a minute to go here in this third quarter. Over to Brister. Brister back to Reynolds, dangerously close to the line, and now a foul from behind is going to be called against Dalen Bird.
I was waiting for that. I mean, Belleville's guards are pressuring our guards all the way out to the half-court line. They're going to try to create some turnovers.
Think the scouting report?
Scouting report, I was just going to say. Try to force Collinsville to turn the ball over. If we don't, I like our chances.
Reynolds just at the end of the scorer's table, right in front of Coach Lee. Into the backcourt now for Nick Horace. Horace brings the ball up across the top of the logo. 45 seconds left here in this third quarter. Here is Nicky Tony. And he gives it up now for Reynolds. Reynolds back at the midcourt stripe as well.
Out of the corner.
And Collinsville trying to work it around a little bit, chewing up some time, not holding the ball, but holding the ball.
Yeah, Belleville's not sitting back. They're pressuring our guards. So here's Weisinger.
Weisinger deep out onto the right wing, dribbles and drives into the paint. Get that out of here, says Marshall, but he got more of Weisinger than he did Ball.
Yeah, I think he got him with the body because I think it was a clean block up top. Got him with the body, so you're going to put Weisinger on the line to get a chance to add to his point total, which he's been relatively quiet here tonight.
Yeah, a modest 5 points on the night. Weisinger at the free throw line, first free throw participant for Collinsville. And Weisinger hits the first one. He is a 73.3% free throw shooter on the year.
Here comes Carnahan giving Nicky Tony a break for the rest of this quarter, I would assume. Get a little water and get refreshed for the fourth quarter.
Yeah, only 20.9 seconds to go in the quarter. Weisinger hits both free throws. And that's what you need to do, man. These games are going to come down to free throws at some point, and you're going to have to hit them. Solomon Talbot comes back into the game. Chambers is in there as well, so got the big guys playing a little defense here for the final 20 seconds.
Yeah, we got our three bigs in, trying not to give up any points in the paint, give Weisinger a break, and hopefully we get a stop and reset for the fourth quarter.
Here is Scott. Scott backs up into the headdress of the Kahok logo here at midcourt. We're down to 10 seconds to go in the third quarter. Scott makes his way over to the right wing, bigs it out top of the key. Winters for three, and that one's no good. Talbot had his hands on the ball first, and then Belleville West touched it last, so Collinsville is going to have 1.3 seconds to bring the ball down the court to score some points.
So much for your break, Nick and Jamori.
Yeah.
We got a chance to throw a long ball and give a heave-ho.
Yeah.
And Jamori's done it before.
Oh, yeah, at East St. Louis.
That's right.
From the half-court stripe. Oh, he's going to try one from 3/4 court. That one partially got blocked, so no good on that one. At the end of 3/4 of play, Collinsville up by 7, 42-35, fourth quarter action. That's what we got coming your way next on the Kahok Sports Network.
Just because we're adults doesn't mean we don't have toys, am I right? If your adult toys consist of boats, campers, or RVs, then you need to call the GASA storage team of professionals. Winter weather in the Midwest can be quite harsh, and finding a place to properly store those expensive toys for winter can be just as rough as a Midwest winter. That's where the GASA storage team comes in, with outdoor self-storage and covered storage for your toys. They even have tractor-trailer parking, conveniently located at Horseshoe Lake Road and 111 in Pontoon Beach. GASA Storage, for the safe storage of all of your toys. Contact the GASA Storage team, gasastorage@gmail.com, or call today, GASA Storage Team, 618-797-6100.
Back here at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, Todd Duke, Dr. Chris McCluskey with you. Collinsville had an 8-point lead at the end of the first half. Belleville West just outscored Collinsville in that third quarter, 17-16, so that lead down by 1, and it's a 7-point lead now for Collinsville.
Yeah, more fast-paced action out of both teams, so I think we're in for a great fourth quarter here.
And here we go. To the half-court stripe, that is Liddell. Out front for Scott. Scott will move over toward the scorer's table as Brister all around him. Gets it over to Liddell. Liddell once again now in front of his own bench. He'll bring it away from the bench and almost walked with it. Here's Bird. Bird shoots it back over to Liddell. Liddell drives baseline and a partial block by Carnahan. Rebound put back up and in by Marshall.
Yeah, nice offensive board by Marshall to bring Belleville to within 5. Here comes Weisinger and Collinsville.
Jamori brings it up the midcourt stripe. We're just underway here in this fourth quarter. Jamori gives it up to Brister. Tyree, right-hand dribble. Between the legs, little crossover and a move. Brister off the glass, can't get it to go. Chambers, rebound, no good, but Chambers is going to the free throw line.
Yeah, great offensive board by Chambers and Brister. He didn't want to do it, but he had a clear path to the lane. He knows he's 5 whatever he is, but he almost knocked it down, and credit Chambers. Chambers is playing big tonight, Todd.
Chambers 67.5% from the free throw line. The foul belonged to Miles Liddell. That's his first of the night. And Chambers misses. Got to hit these.
Yeah, you know, you get into the waning moments of these games, and free throws and turnovers become key, right?
Yeah, they do. Talk about it all the time during these basketball games. Next one, oh, that should be a lane violation. Everybody moved.
Yeah. You know, Chambers has been doing that since junior high. He has that delayed release. And now you got to make good on it, right?
Yeah. I believe that Bird was the one who jumped into the lane. He did it again. Everybody did it again, but they're going to let that one go. Chambers makes one of the two. Collinsville up 43-37. 1 minute gone here in this fourth quarter. Here is a Nicholas Hankins Jr. Hankins from the near sideline to the far sideline. He's directing traffic. No one wants to listen, so he'll just take it himself. To Liddell, outside, back over to Hankins. Hankins, top of the key, three-point shot. That one's a little short, but the rebound belongs to Belleville West, and the foul belongs to Collinsville.
Yeah, probably going to be on Chambers.
Yep, that'll be his second.
And that's
first here in the fourth.
That's a risk you take when you give up an offensive rebound. Now, credit Mr. Marshall. He has been active on the offensive glass. So that's just what Belleville wants, is to stop the clock with a chance to put points on the board.
Marshall went 1 for 2 in the first half from the free throw line. He was the only free throw participant in that first half. First one's good.
Got the shooter's roll.
Yep.
Makes it a 5-point contest. He'll get a chance for one more.
Next one, no good. Carnahan with the rebound for Collinsville. Get it over to Nick Horace. Horace brings it up the near side sideline. 6.5 minutes to go here in this fourth quarter. Close game, 5-point lead for the Kahawks. Here is Weisinger. Weisinger on the left wing. Nice pass. Chambers tried to dunk it. Putting it back up and in is Carnahan.
And there goes Carnahan on the backside offensive glass. Huge bucket to put Collinsville up 7.
West, they go back to work. Here is Hankins. He'll hand the ball off to Liddell. Liddell into the paint. Turn around. Fade away. Jumper. Good.
Yeah, good fake out of Liddell. Here comes Horace.
Nicky Tony over on the right wing. Gives it up now for Weisinger. Long distance three. Good!
Yes, sir. Nicky Tony to Jamori. Don't leave him by himself out on the perimeter. He'll put you down 48-40.
Belleville West goes back to work. Liddell all the way around to Bird. Bird will come from the near side to the far side. Bluff the three. Top of the key. Liddell doesn't bluff, and he'll answer that three with one of his own.
Big shot by Liddell to answer Jamori Weisinger. Here comes Nicky Tony on the half court.
Horace from the near sideline works his way up into the slot. Gives it up to Weisinger. Weisinger thought about giving it to Carnahan in the corner.
Timeout.
Gives it up now for Carnahan. Into the corner for Weisinger. Weisinger brings it out of the corner and all the way around the perimeter at the free throw line. Almost lost the ball. Gets it to Carnahan. Can't get it to fall. What a rebound there by Tyree Brister.
Tyree Brister. Here comes Chambers.
Chambers. Yes, it falls.
Man, credit Tyree Brister coming out of nowhere for the offensive board.
What did he jump like 12 feet in the air?
That's unbelievable.
Bounce pass into the lane, and we're going to have a foul call. This one looks like it might go against Weisinger. It will. That'll be his third.
Yeah, Weisinger had position, but he kind of reached. And when you reach for that steal, you're going to get foul. He's telling Darren Lee, leave me in the game. I got this.
7-point lead for Collinsville, 50-43, 4:49 left to play here in this fourth quarter. Inbound pass comes in to Bird. Bird gets it back outside to Liddell. Liddell can't get around Carnahan. Bird, top of the key for three. That one's no good. And there is Tyree Brister with the rebound for Collinsville. Kahawks bring it back up. Horace on the wing. No look pass. Outside. Weisinger for three again. That one's a little too strong. And the rebound tipped up in the air by Chambers, but Belleville West comes up with it. Here is Scott for three. That one rattles but won't fall. Rebound again by Brister.
Slow it down.
Brister's turned into a rebound machine all of a sudden. Here is Horace.
Nicky. Slow it down. Bring it out. There we go.
We're approaching the halfway mark of this fourth quarter. Here is Brister, who I think has pulled down 3 of the last 4 rebounds for Collinsville. He'll give it up to Chambers. Chambers has the ball knocked out of bounds by Hankins, so Collinsville will reset from underneath of their own basket.
Yeah, credit the weak side double team out of Hankins. Knocked the ball out of bounds. Looks like we're going to have a timeout.
Yep. 60-second timeout it is. We'll step aside for 60 seconds as well, and we will be back here in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network.
Hi, Purple and White fans. This is Dan Mode, class of 1989. I'm with New American Funding. Myself and New American Funding are proud sponsors of Kahok Athletics. As we have great coaches at CHS on all the courts, fields, and tracks, we like to coach you through the home buying process and refinance process. If there's ever anything we can do, I can be reached at 618-973-5343 or www.danmodeloans.com. Let's support our student athletes at CHS. They deserve the best. Thank you for your time, and go Kahawks.
Once again, we welcome you back here to Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. Trying to adjust my headphones while I'm speaking. That doesn't work out very well for anybody listening, does it? My name is Todd Duke. Dr. Chris McCluskey on the other microphone. Got a good game here. Wouldn't expect anything less in the Southwestern Conference. 50-43, 7-point lead for Collinsville with 4:01 to go in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, definitely exciting Southwest Conference basketball action here. Collinsville's on the upside of this contest so far, so we'll see if they can close this game out.
Collinsville with the ball. Inbound pass being triggered by Chase Reynolds. He does so to Zach Chambers just outside the paint. Chambers will dribble his way out of there. He got double teamed and needed to find an outlet. Now gives it up to Tyree Brister. Brister in front of the scorer's table. Dribbles his way into the slot and then gives it up deep out onto the right wing for Chase Reynolds. Reynolds, one dribble, gives it up to Horace. Horace drives and ball got knocked out of bounds by Belleville West.
Man, a lot of contact there.
Oh, yeah, I was waiting for a foul to call.
A little bit of extracurricular contact out of Horace. And who is that fella, number 3? Mr. Cross. Referees warned both of them. Collinsville gets the ball out at the baseline. Up 7 with 3:40 left.
Nick Horace set to trigger the inbound pass. He and the
He's
referee still
talking to the
Yeah.
referee. Nick said, come on, man.
Conversation's over. We're back to action. And once again, inbound pass finds Chambers. Tries to hand the ball off to Nick Horace. It ends up being tipped into the backcourt. Ball on the ground. And Nick Horace, he's the one who picks it up.
The ref's got to get control of this.
And all the way down. And Chambers with a slammer jammer.
Yes, sir. Nicky Tony outlet pass to Tyree Brister. 5 slammer jammer. Here comes Belleville.
At the top of the key, a 3-point shot, no good. And the rebound, very long, goes out of bounds, goes in front of the Belleville West bench, and they grab it before it goes out of bounds.
Yeah.
Collinsville up by 9, 3:05 left to play. Here in this fourth quarter, here is Chase Reynolds. Reynolds gives the ball up now to Horace. Horace at the midcourt logo.
He's getting hand checked all over the place.
Yeah, he is. Nobody's calling anything out here. They finally do.
I mean, you've got to. You cannot allow that to happen.
That's going to go against Liddell. That'll be his second. And that is the team's second. Each team now at 2 fouls here in the fourth quarter. Down to 2:56 left to play here in this fourth quarter. And here is Reynolds once again. Reynolds gives the ball to Brister. Brister right at the midcourt stripe, being checked there by Scott. A dribble drive, then a slap on the elbow, but Brister never gave up, puts it in. Brister's first 2 points of the game.
Tyree, my man, Brister. Here comes Collinsville putting the heat on Belleville West.
Jayhawks now up by 11. Here is Scott. He'll drive. That's partially blocked. Put back, no good. Rebound on the ground. Brister has it. And then the ball gets knocked out of bounds, and the last one to touch it was Chase Reynolds.
Man, I tell you what, this is like Division I level physical basketball, and I don't mind the refs letting them play. I'm telling you, this is fast-paced physical basketball, and I like the way, Belleville's pressure and Collinsville trying to create turnovers, and Collinsville just hasn't done it.
Yeah. They did in that third quarter a little bit. They had 4 straight there for a minute, but since then they've only turned the ball over once. Here is Scott, and he travels, I believe.
Oh, they called a foul.
Oh. Maybe that's why I thought he traveled. He got held.
I think he got fouled before he traveled.
Carnahan will pick up his second foul, and it's the team third now for Collinsville. Inbound pass comes into Scott, and a no-look bounce pass to Liddell, no good. Collinsville bounces it off the boards. Weisinger going in all alone, and hit one-handed.
2 dunks in a row. Jamori Weisinger with the second one. Collinsville's looking to slam the door on the Maroons.
13-point lead now for the Kahawks, and he travels. 11th turnover in this game for Belleville West. 2:05 left to go here in this fourth quarter. Crowd's getting excited. So is my broadcast partner. He had to stop sitting down.
Let's go, man. I love these kids. They're playing with great energy. You see Weisinger with the dunk after Chambers. We're playing great defense, physical basketball. Let's close this thing out, Todd.
Yes, sir. Here is Nick Horace after the inbound from Reynolds. Horace being watched by Hankins. Nicky Tony on the logo, gives it up and into the corner. Weisinger gave up the open 3, and he tries to drive baseline, and a foul is going to be called against Jordan Lacey.
Yeah,
Lacey will pick up his second.
That's smart basketball. No reason to be firing threes right now.
Yep.
What you want to do now is burn clock, right?
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Layups only. They're going to start fouling. You got to hit free throws.
Here is Chase Reynolds with the inbound once again, and that one's knocked out of bounds by Belleville West. Collinsville will get to keep it. Coach Lee always has that same look on his face. What are you doing? Why did you do that? That's not what I told you to do. Here's Weisinger, and he gets hand checked again, and Lacey will pick up back-to-back fouls. That'll be team number 4. So the next one will result in Collinsville going to the free throw line.
Yeah, basically, at this point, if Collinsville doesn't turn it over and they hit their free throws, they're in the driver's seat.
Yes, they are. Comes into Weisinger. Weisinger deep out onto the wing. He'll get checked, and that one's going to belong to Cross, and that'll be number 5, and Weisinger will go to the free throw line.
Boy, this could be a long 1 minute and 43 seconds.
I know, huh? Collinsville, by the way, 175 wins versus 64 losses against Belleville East in the history of these two teams. They played each other for the first time all the way back in 1907, the first year of Collinsville Kahok basketball. Weisinger makes that one, and the very first win ever in Kahok history was against Belleville West in 1907, but we don't have a score for that game.
That's good history, Todd.
Thank
I
you.
can always count on you for that.
I try.
Where do you find this stuff? You got an encyclopedia at home?
Ballpress.com, sir. It's encyclopedia. I had those growing up. Some people are going, what's an encyclopedia? Weisinger makes both, 58-43 Collinsville, 1:35 to go here in this fourth quarter. Three-point shot coming from Bird. That one's no good. Rebound. That was a volleyball spike right into the hands of Weisinger. And another dunk by Zach Chambers. Collinsville on fire.
Number 44, senior Zach Chambers brings down the house to put an exclamation point on this huge lead by Collinsville.
All of a sudden, it's out to 17. Another three-point try by Belleville West. No good. Rebound put back up. No good. And the next rebound.
Hey, it's too little too late now.
Yeah.
Collinsville just slammed the door on the Maroons. I've lost track of all the dunks.
I know. I think that's three. Two by Chambers, one by Weisinger.
My goodness, the seniors are high-fiving. Great energy again out of this basketball team.
Tyree Brister to the free throw line for the first time this year, where he is 66.7% shooting. Foul went against Jarius Winters, and Brister hits the first one. And second free throw also good for Tyree Brister. Almost a 20-point lead now for Collinsville. Who would have thought that one just a little while ago was a 5-point lead? Three-point shot on the way. That one falls short. Carnahan, nice little job on the rebound. Throws it back into Weisinger. Jamori, he'll work his way up over onto this right wing. There's a ball knocked out of his hand. We're under a minute to go, so Belleville West has backed off the fouling now, down by 19.
Yeah, that should do it. We should just run the clock out and send everybody home with no injuries and call it a valuable Southwest Conference win here, Todd.
You're not kidding. Here is Horace. Horace just trying to waste some time. Gets it out to Brister. Brister, once again, doing things that only Brister does. Steals the ball. Big rebounds tonight, too, by that kid.
Barry Sanders, Brister,
I'm
man.
telling
What a
you.
game.
Here is Weisinger. Weisinger acted like he was going to drive the lane. Back to back out because Collinsville just wants to waste time. We're down to the final 15 seconds. And out to the midcourt stripe it goes. Fans are on their feet starting to clap. They know what's coming up as we have the final 10 seconds to go here in this one. And Collinsville is going to end up winning this thing by a final score of 62-43. And the Kahawks improve to 22-3 on the year and 6-2 in the Southwestern Conference. That was a nice game, sir.
That was great. Had a great time with you. The boys played well, high energy, lots of action, and they gave everybody a show here in the gym, and thanks to everybody for tuning in online.
Thank you, sir. We'll see you next week.
Appreciate it.
All right, that is Dr. Chris McCluskey. We thank him, as usual, for his expertise on the other microphone. Time now to transition into the post-game program, brought to you tonight by LC's Pub in Caseyville. Great food, great drinks, great service, all served up daily at LC's Pub in Caseyville. 605 North Main Street in Caseyville, just a stone's throw from Kahok Stadium. You can call them for carry-out orders. Kitchen stays open late on the weekends. 618-855-9007. Post-game show, that's what we got heading your way next on the Kahok Sports Network.
Looking for a little bite to eat in a nice, friendly establishment before heading out to a game? Look no further than LC's Pub in Caseyville. Just blocks from Collinsville High School, LC's Pub is the pub of choice for Kahawk fans, before, after, or even during Kahawk games. LC's Pub features a wide variety of traditional bar food like burgers and fries, chicken wings and chicken strips, appetizers like pepper jack mac and cheese bites, fried pickles, and green beans. Plus they have salads, fish, shrimp, and more. LC's Pub also features an outdoor patio, a gaming room, weekly poker tournaments, and a pool table, plus enough TVs for all the sports fans. And LC's Pub shows Kahawk games live, as well as Blues and Cardinals games. LC's Pub, 605 North Main Street in Caseyville, right across the intersection from All Pro Tees. Call for carry-out orders at 855-9007 and on Facebook at LC's Pub. LC's Pub, Kahok fans' pub of choice.
At Visionary Wealth Advisors, we empower you to see your future before it's your future, to create your inheritance, to build your vision, to anticipate the known and unknown, and to find potential in both, and build new dawns. Visionary Wealth Advisors.
Visit Brad Keene at his Collinsville office at 106 North Clinton or call 618-467-8420. Do you have a big land improvement project that requires some outside help? Call Petroff Trucking Company. The Petroff Companies have been shaping the metro area since 1975. Family owned and operated, Petroff Trucking Company can do the job and do it right. Hauling, excavating, and grading, they do that and more. Petroff Companies also has roll-off dumpster rentals. They also specialize in dirt and rock sales. Petroff Trucking Company can help you develop your land for your needs. Petroff Trucking Company. Check out their website, petrofftrucking.com, or give them a call, 618-797-6100. Petroff Trucking Company, shaping the metro area since 1975.
The Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been a proud supporter of KahokSports.com and the Kahok Sports Network from day one. Since 1934, the Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been providing women in the community an opportunity to make a difference with fundraisers and projects, all that go towards helping the needy in Collinsville. If you would like any information on any event sponsored by the Collinsville Junior Service Club, head to Facebook, type in Collinsville Junior Service Club, and then click on the event tab. We thank the Collinsville Junior Service Club for their continued support of the Kahok Sports Network and KahokSports.com.
Plumbing or electrical problems? Is your AC or heater on the fritz? There are dozens of companies out there, but do you really know who you're letting in your home? Trust Tiger. Our technicians are clean-cut, drug-free, and background checked. What other company can make this bold statement? Our 24-hour emergency service will ensure your plumbing, heating, AC, and electric are up and running no matter what time of day it is. Schedule your appointment today. Tiger Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electrical Services. We earn our stripes every day.
The Collinsville Daily News, the new online source for everything newsworthy in and around Collinsville. This news source is designed to be the heartbeat of the Collinsville community and is owned and operated by members that live in this area. The Collinsville Daily News generates their revenue with local support from the community in which they serve and from advertising. They do not charge to read their content, so you'll never run into one of those annoying paywalls. Not only that, but the Collinsville Daily News offers free classified advertising. You have items you want to buy, sell, or trade? It's free to post. Wedding or engagements announcements, as well as obituaries, all free at CollinsvilleDailyNews.com. Plus, they have the content that matters most. Collinsville news you need to know, coverage of Kahok sports, and a keen eye on city news. The Collinsville Daily News also has an event tab that allows you to find out what is going on in and around the region for you and your family, the heartbeat of the community. Helping readers make sense of an increasingly chaotic world. Check them out at CollinsvilleDailyNews.com, on social media sites Facebook and Instagram. The heartbeat of this community is the Collinsville Daily News. Looking for a little bite to eat in a nice, friendly establishment before heading out to a game? Look no further than LC's Pub in Caseyville. Just blocks from Collinsville High School, LC's Pub is the pub of choice for Kahok fans, before, after, or even during Kahok games. LC's Pub features a wide variety of traditional bar food, like burgers and fries, chicken wings and chicken strips, appetizers like pepper jack mac and cheese bites, fried pickles, and green beans. Plus, they have salads, fish, shrimp, and more. LC's Pub also features an outdoor patio, a gaming room, weekly poker tournaments, and a pool table, plus enough TVs for all the sports fans. And LC's Pub shows Kahok games live, as well as Blues and Cardinals games. LC's Pub, 605 North Main Street in Caseyville, right across the intersection from All Pro Tees. Call for carryout orders at 618-855-9007 and on Facebook at LC's Pub. LC's Pub, Kahok fans' pub of choice.
And once again, we welcome you back to Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium and the LC's Pub post-game show here on the Kahok Sports Network. Collinsville wins this one here tonight, 62-43, and he erased the bad taste they had in their mouths after Tuesday night's loss to Highland. Joining us now is the head man for the JV team and the assistant coach to Coach Darren Lee on the varsity side. That would be Eric Anderson. How are you, sir?
Good, Todd. How are you?
Good, man. It's been a while. We haven't talked in about a month.
I know it.
Yeah, one of those crazy days. All right, let's talk about the JV team first. You guys lost 58-48. You were only down by 4 at the half, and then Belleville West kind of, put a little hurting on your team.
Yeah, they're pretty quick. When they gave us some problems, and I knew that rebounding was going to be an issue tonight. But it was a good effort by our guys. We missed some shots that we'd like to have back, but that's the way it goes sometimes. I know, and Evan Wilkinson, we rested him because we were going to give him more minutes in the varsity games tonight, so we didn't have him second half. So there's my one excuse I'm going to throw in there.
Okay.
But, yeah, overall, it was a good effort. We came up short.
Jace Wilkinson with 14, DeAndre Brown with 13, Solomon Talbot with 11 in that game. Let me give me a little bit of news about DeAndre Brown. I've seen Jace play. I've seen Solomon play. I don't get to see Brown play much.
You know what? His shots really come along this year, and he's starting to find his stroke. He's been knocking some shots down. He's super athletic. He gets up and pressure guys and forces some steals, gets his hands on some basketballs, and he's done a nice job. He's kind of, we just got to get him to slow down sometimes. That's all those guys. Sometimes we get playing a little too fast, we make bad decisions, and that's where the turnovers start to bite us. But overall, he's done a nice job this season.
All right, let's transition over to the varsity game. Tyree Brister, man, I can't say enough about that kid. I mean, he steals the ball. He's quick with his hands. He's got that certain thing about him that just resonates all over the floor. But tonight, that dude made like 3 of 4 rebounds, and that one down there where he jumped like 12 feet in the air was just awesome to watch.
For being 5'7", 5'8", he rebounds really well for his size. And, yeah, he's lightning quick. We just talked about getting guys to slow down a little bit. He's pretty good at speeding guys up. I mean, when he's on you defensively, he puts some pressure on you. We just got to get him to make good decisions late, and take care of the ball, and he can really help us. We forget he's a sophomore.
Yeah.
And he's inexperienced, but he's really getting a lot of good experience this year at the varsity level.
Yeah, Nick Horace, we always talk about him, but he had 18 points tonight. That first 3-point bucket he made put him over 400 for the year, so that's always a nice feather to have in your cap.
Yeah, and our 3 seniors all stepped up, found ways to score the ball, and a couple of them got off to a slow start, but, Chambers, I think, had 6 points at half, but he got going. I think he ended up with 17 or so. And I know he had a ton of rebounds.
Yeah.
Stanley Carnahan rebounded well, and, Jamori knocked down couple shots, but he started driving to the basket a little bit, and, Nick Horace is always a threat. So those guys all stepped up, scored the ball a little bit, and we went through a little stretch in the game where we were concerned because we weren't able to rebound the ball. And then I think that's where Tyree kind of helped, and we started getting enough stops and rebounds and stringing them together. And next thing you know, we look up, we're up 15, 17, and we kind of got that separation we needed. So overall, we did a nice job.
Yeah, you guys were down in the rebound category after one half of play. They were up 13-10. But let's talk about the later stages of the game, man. I tell you what, Belleville West didn't go away, and they didn't go away very quietly either. They kept on whittling away. You guys had a 10-point lead, back down to 5. Back up to 7, back down to 5, and then all of a sudden things opened up for you guys.
Yeah, we finally got them to go through a little stretch where they missed a few shots. I mean, gosh, they were hit a shot, missed, they were hanging around, and we just couldn't get that separation I was talking about. But, yeah, they're a tough team. I mean, just like any conference. I mean, they have the worst record in our conference, and they're as good as anybody.
Yeah.
I mean, it's any given night in our conference, and every coach in our conference agrees with that. It's just one of those things. You don't play your best, you could lose that night.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter if you're home, on the road, and it's tough. Everyone's got athletes. Everyone's got guys that can score. It's just a matter of putting it together on a given night.
All right, well, you get to go away from the conference tomorrow. You have a unscheduled game that got rescheduled from the Belleville East tournament. You're playing McClure here tomorrow afternoon at 1:30. What do you know about McClure?
Yeah, their record's not real good. They're athletic. We scouted for them. We were ready to go at the Belleville East tournament, and then they called off school that day because of the weather. It was cold and icy over there, and that's their policy in their district. They're not allowed to play if they call school. So we weren't able to play that game. We called them up, said, hey, do you want to make it up? And they said, sure, we'll come to our place. So we decided tomorrow 1:30, and we'll see what happens. You know, we're going to come in, watch some film on them a little bit, and rest some legs and see if we can come out and get another victory.
Yeah, no JV games. You just get to be assistant coach tomorrow.
We do have freshmen at 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
Sophomores at 11:30 against East St. Louis, and then we'll follow up at 1:30 with the varsity game against McClure.
Thanks for the visit, sir. Have a good weekend.
All right, Todd. Appreciate it.
All right, that is Eric Anderson, the assistant coach for your varsity team and the head guy on the JV team. Let's wrap things up here tonight. Leading scorer, in case you hadn't heard us, was Nick Horace with 18 points. After that, Zach Chambers with 17. Jamori Weisinger only scored 2 points in the first half, ended up with 14. 8 points for Stanley Carnahan, 4 for Tyree Brister, and 3 for Evan Wilkinson. Leading scorer for Belleville West was Brandon Scott with 16. Miles Liddell had 12 after he only had 3 in the first half. After that, Nicholas Hankins with 6, Dalen Bird with 5, and David Marshall Jr. with 4 points. Collinsville did end up out-rebounding Belleville West by the tune of 25-22. The Maroons turned the ball over 13 times compared to 7 for Collinsville. And from the lines, Collinsville hit 7 of 16 three-pointers, while Belleville West can only hit 4 of 20. From the free throw line, Collinsville went 7 of 8, while Belleville West went 5 of 9. Collinsville really clamped down in that fourth quarter after it was a 7-point game at the end of 3. Collinsville ended up winning by 19 because they outscored Belleville West in that fourth quarter, 20-8. All right, that's going to do it for us here tonight. We are next in action. By the way, Zach Roseman is going to be here tomorrow to do the game against McClure on the Broadcasting Club Student Network. So you will get a little play-by-play to go along with that game as well. He'll be on the air at around 1:20 for a scheduled 1:30 tip-off. My next action will be coming your way Monday from the RP Lumber Center in Edwardsville. Only 2 games left in the regular season for your Collinsville Kahok hockey team. And Monday will be against Edwardsville at the RP Lumber Center. That's a 6:15 scheduled start, so we'll be on the air at around 6 o'clock. And then I think they have Vianney the next night to close out the season, and then we await the postseason schedule to come out. All right, final score here, 62-43. Big thank you to Jamori Weisinger joining us in the pregame show. Another big thank you to Eric Anderson joining us in the postgame show. And as always, a big thank you to Dr. Chris McCluskey putting on the other microphone and helping us out. My name is Todd Duke, and until Monday, everybody have a fantastic weekend.